Hey guys, Vanakkam, welcome to Kitchen Studio. Today we are going to look into a 200 years old fabulous dessert recipe, Makkan Peda, well known as Arcot Makkan Peda, homemade version from scratch, exclusively for you. Let's get into the video now. Let's start preparing this Arcot Makkan Peda with homemade sugarless kova. For this homemade sugarless kova, I am adding 2 liters of full fat milk to a heavy bottom pan, boiling it and let it simmer completely in low flame, stirring occasionally. And about this Makkan Peda, it's an improved version of gulab jamun stuffed with nuts filling. When milk thickens, continue stirring in low flame to avoid milk getting brown or burnt. While stirring, I scrapped the milk solids from the sides and added to the milk itself to get my work done easier. Meanwhile, if you haven't subscribed in Kitchen Studio yet, please subscribe in Kitchen Studio and click on the bell icon. Here the milk got thickened well. We should see no bubble in the thickened milk, and bubbling stops completely here. We are not going to add any sugar in this kova, so homemade sugarless kova is ready now. Let it cool completely. For nuts filling, 10 to 15 cashew nuts, almonds, pistachios or walnuts, 1 tablespoon of seeds like cucumber seeds, pumpkin seeds, etc. are also added along with the nuts chopped coarsely and kept ready. You could choose the nuts and seeds as per your choice. Let's get ready with the kova dough now. I am having nearly 250 grams of kova. It's dry and perfect. Now I am going to crumble it and add 1 teaspoon of all-purpose flour or maida to it and knead well. Here maida or all-purpose flour is added for binding purpose. In the usual recipe of Makkan Peda, all-purpose flour or maida is used along with kova for binding in the ratio of 1:2. That is, 2 cups of all-purpose flour is used for 1 cup of kova. But in this homemade version of Makkan Peda, I tried with just 1 teaspoon of maida or all-purpose flour for 250 grams of kova. And Makkan Peda came out really well. Now, after mixing the kova with a teaspoon of all-purpose flour, if we find the kova dry, we could soften it by adding warm milk. Warm milk should be added little by little to avoid the risk of watery dough. Here, first I tried to knead the dough by adding 1 tablespoon of warm milk, but I couldn't, so I am adding another half tablespoon of warm milk and kneading the dough again. Still I find my kova dry, so I am adding another half tablespoon of warm milk to the dough and continued kneading. I want my dough to be tight so that it doesn't absorb much oil or ghee while deep frying. Kneading should be done pressing and rubbing the dough hardly to the surface to avoid lumps. If you find your kova too dry means you could balance it by adding warm milk. If you find it watery means you could balance it by adding all-purpose flour or maida. I finished kneading. The dough is tight, soft and perfect. After kneading, cover the dough with damp cloth and let it rest for 15 minutes. Meanwhile, let's prepare the sugar syrup by adding 500 grams of sugar to a pan along with water to cover the sugar and let it boil to 2-string consistency. Once sugar melts down, for enhanced flavor, I am adding 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom powder, 1 pinch of saffron and 2 tablespoons of rose water to the syrup. Stirred well and let it boil. Saffron and rose water are optional ingredients, and here for making sugar syrup I am using unrefined sugar. You could go for white sugar also. Stirring occasionally, let the sugar syrup boil to 2-string consistency. Meanwhile, let's start rolling dough. The damp cloth has been removed. The kova dough is perfect and tight. Let's start rolling dough by rubbing good amount of ghee on our palms. I am rolling dough into medium lemon-sized balls. Flattening it, followed by stuffing the nuts filling. Closing the edges carefully after stuffing as shown. Rubbing ghee into the palm often is must to avoid breakages of dough while deep frying. Likewise, all the dough is carefully rolled into medium lemon-sized balls with nuts filling and kept ready for frying. Now back to sugar syrup. The thick 2-string consistency sugar syrup is ready. Keeping it aside, let's start deep frying pedas. I am going to deep fry my pedas in ghee or clarified butter. You could go for cooking oil also. The ghee should be lower medium hot. When we drop a bit of dough to the ghee means it should rise slowly. This is the perfect temperature of ghee. Now I am adding kova balls to the ghee slowly, batch by batch, and get it fried to golden brown. For the purpose of avoiding maida, this dough is made only with kova and a teaspoon of maida. When these kova balls are dropped into hot ghee, it turns really soft, so very mild temperature is enough for frying these balls. We could switch off the flame also if needed while frying. Once the peda is done, remove and press it gently to one side of the pan to flatten it and to squeeze the excess ghee or oil. After removing pedas from ghee, transfer it to the sugar syrup directly. Press the pedas gently in sugar syrup. Let it soak in the sugar syrup for 8 minutes, 4 minutes each side. Since this makkan peda is made only with kova, it absorbs the sugar syrup easily, and transfer the pedas batch by batch to the sugar syrup to avoid getting soggy. The texture of this makkan peda will be hard outside, soft and gooey inside. Hard outer layer is because of thick sugar syrup. The fantastic makkan peda is ready now. For more delicious recipe videos, just subscribe in Kitchen Studio and click on the bell icon, and keep supporting us by hitting like, shares and leaving comments. Stay safe and take care. Eid Mubarak. Thank you.